What's going on, y'all? TheBrandonBrownson here with my first ever wish list. Now, since I'm planning on making a bit of a mini-series out of this, let me go ahead and try and explain what I'm doing with this series. I will be going through different games and maybe some movies and going through what I want to see in the next installment of the franchise. Pretty self-explanatory, but hey, better safe than sorry. Nintendo's coming out with a brand new system, meaning that the new Smash Bros. Is bound to be on its way. I'm a huge fan of the SSB series, but I don't need to tell you that Brawl had some major flaws. As a result of this, I'm going to go through what I'd like to see put into the next Super Smash Bros. Game. This list will be broken up into 3 parts. Part 1 will be new characters I want to see put in a game from franchises already in the SSB universe. Part 2 will be characters from new first and third party franchises I want to see put in the game, as well as characters I'd like to see put back into the game from old SSB games. The final part will be everything else I want to see put into the game. I may or may not include some side videos that'll elaborate on some of the things I want to bring up, but no promises there. Anyways, since this is part 1, let's go through some of the new characters I want to see put into the game. This has got to be one of the characters I most want to see put into the game. First things first, we desperately need more villains in the game. We already have Mario's evil clone in the game, so why not include Luigi's? Waluigi has some interesting powers and abilities, including the ability to swim in midair, being able to spin around and create small tornadoes, and being able to create thorny vines. This could lead to some really interesting attacks. Most of you are probably thinking either one of 2 things, so let me address both of those. The first thing y'all are probably thinking is, Brandon, wouldn't he just be a Mario clone? Well, yeah, there's a possibility that he could be, but let me remind you of something. The magic paintbrush. The paintbrush could lead to some really interesting and original attack possibilities. Second, you might be thinking, Brandon, why not use Bowser Jr. instead? Well, I prefer him over Shadow Mario, and this is my list. Sue me. Alright, most of you are probably giggling, but let me sum it up to you real briefly. If Jigglypuff is in Super Smash Bros., why not have Toad? Next pick. I shouldn't even need to explain this one, but because of the obscurity of the character, I'll go ahead and explain it. Geno is a character in Super Mario RPG, which was one of the best games in the Mario franchise, in my not-so-humble opinion. Now, the big issue with Geno is that Geno's main attack was the Geno Beam, which could very well be a carbon copy of Samus's blaster. However, I have faith in Nintendo that they won't be lazy and do something cool with Geno, so let's go ahead and put him in the game. First of all, as I've already stated, we desperately need more villains in the next Super Smash Bros. Game. That said, King K. Rool is a great character, and could be a great fighter. First of all, the King's Crown acts as a boomerang, which could be his main attack. Then there's the King's Blunderbuss. This could work as either a powerful move, or a final smash. The fact that King K. Rool wasn't in Brawl, absolute bullpucky. One more thing that the Smash Bros. Series is lacking is female characters, so let's go ahead and throw Dixie Kong in here. Dixie's ponytail is her biggest asset and could lead to some really interesting attack possibilities. Yeah, that's really all she has going for her, but let me go ahead and remind you. Jigglypuff! Jesus, tap dancing Christ on a pony, why isn't Skull Kid already in a Super Smash Bros. Game? Skull Kid is one of the most iconic characters in the history of the Legend of Zelda games, mostly due to his presence as Majora's puppet in Majora's Mask. It should go without saying that Majora's final transformation would be its final smash, but beyond that, I think that they should incorporate some different elements in the forest areas as Skull Kid's main attacks. You know, like Deku Sticks, Deku Nuts, Slingshot, stuff like that. It could lead to some really fun gameplay scenarios. Furthermore, who wouldn't love to play on a stage modeled after Majora's boss chamber? Wait, you wouldn't? Shut up and touch the monkey! Nabooru is one of my all-time favorite Legend of Zelda characters. We have the Gerudo speed and agility, which would make Nabooru a faster character, and she could use a polearm as her weapon, since that's kind of what the Gyarados are usually seen with. As far as the final smash goes, she could turn into an Iron Knuckle like she did in Ocarina of Time. I think that'd be pretty cool, at least. Alright, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I don't know a whole lot about the Star Fox series. However, one character I do know and would love to see in a game is Crystal, and the main reason for that is her staff. Every single Star Fox character is basically a clone of Fox, so to have a Star Fox character that isn't a damn clone would be a breath of fresh air. Plus, we need more female characters. TITTIES! One thing you'll notice with my Pokemon picks is that I'll be picking trainers instead of actual Pokemon. Why? Because you can include 3 Pokemon per 1 trainer. That said, my first Pokemon pick is Hilda. Why? Well, first of all, we do need more chicks. TITTIES! But there's another reason for her inclusion. Most Smash Bros. Games like to include Pokemon from the latest generation of games, and with Hilda, you can include 3 of them. Sounds like a win-win, Nintendo. We already have Red in the game, so let's put his rival in there as well. Now, as far as his party goes, I repeat, do not want to see him with the typical fire, water, and grass combination. No, what I want to see are 3 Pokemon that he used in the gym battle against him in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I want to see Blue with a party of Rhydon, Alakazam, and Arcanine. Tell me that your mouth didn't water just thinking about that.
I nerded all over the floor. It was messy.
Not to mention, it's Gary motherfucking Oak, and you cannot deny his girth. Oh yeah, it just got real. It's Team Rocket. Team Rocket would be the perfect villains to include from the Pokemon series, as they would be not only bad guys, but comic relief as well. It should go without saying that Meowth would be one of the 3 Pokemon you could use as Jessie and James, but I had to sit down and really think about the other 2. Ultimately, I decided on Carnivine and Wobbuffet, though I came really close to picking Victory Bell.
Meowth! That's right!
I had to sit down long and hard to pick between Tails and Amy, but I ultimately decided on Tails due to his iconic value. Tails is the ever-present sidekick of Sonic, so it's only fitting that he be included in the next Smash Bros. The other reason I picked Tails is because he's a serious gearhead. Like Diddy Kong, this could lead to a lot of cool attacks. His final Smash, however, would have to include his plane somehow. Why? Because that would be absolutely excellent. Come on, do I even need to explain this pick? Knuckles is possibly the coolest freaking character in the entire Sonic series. First of all, Knuckles is buff as hell, which would make him the powerhouse of the Sonic characters, and he's also been noted as being really good at burrowing, which could lead to a really unique final smash. Alright, I picked 2 different villains from the Sonic games, but neither of them were Dr. Eggman. Some of you are probably asking me why, and the answer is simple.
You know what they say, the more—
Yes! We know! One character that did make it in, however, was Shadow the Hedgehog. A huge reason for this is his gun and his motorcycle. Can you say potential for different attacks and final smashes? Oh, heck yeah. You guys had to have known that Metal Sonic would make it on the list. You know what? I'm not even going to explain it. I don't have to. It's Metal Sonic. Once again, I gotta come clean with you guys. I really don't know that much about the F-Zero series. That said, one character I know needs to make it in is Black Shadow. Black Shadow is Captain Falcon's arch-nemesis, which would be yet another well-needed villain in the series. Now, I really don't know what his battle style would be per se, but if they can come up with something for Captain Falcon, they can come up with something for Black Shadow. But if they make him a fucking clone...
It's raping time!
Shut up and sleep with me, come on, why don't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me, come on, and sleep.
I wouldn't be shocked if these next 2 characters didn't make it in the game, but I'll include them anyway to make it an even 20. The first Metal Gear character I would like to see is Gray Fox. Come on, he's a cyber ninja. The potential for moves that Gray Fox can have is absolutely incredible. Solid Snake's biggest rival is Revolver freaking Ocelot. Now, I would want to see Ocelot's older model instead of the MGS3 model, simply because I feel that older Ocelot is a lot more iconic. Furthermore, Ocelot's final smash could be him charging in a Metal Gear. Now, how sweet would that be to see a Metal Gear in a Smash Bros. Game? Well, folks, that's part 1 of my list. I'm sure that there's plenty of characters that I forgot to include in this list, but you have to understand that A, this is just my opinion, and B, I can only include so many characters. That said, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of the video and what characters you'd like to see in the next Super Smash Bros. Game. Until part 2, though, THEBrandonBrownson, signing out.